What is up, y'all? It's your boy from SMB coming at you. Little bit of analysis here. I want to do a little looking at the indices. Where we head next? Uh, I don't know, but I can tell you where I think we might go. I can tell you what I'm thinking. Had a real look at this, and I'm seeing some interesting things. So right off the bat, the eye test, we can see that we are sitting at a massive support level. We are right on the bottom of this trend line. We have a key level right here that we held up today, which is 390, where you can see the last time. You can see the last time the Bears try to yank the market down, where did they yank it down to? 390. So that based off of that, we got to hold that. And as of today, we did hold that up. But it is a question of if we bounce from here, where do we bounce? Do we even bounce from here? Are we already breaking that support right now? And we're just still hopeful, as us little bulls like to be. We like to be very hopeful. Why would things go down, right? Um, I just have some levels drawn out here. I will show y'all what I'm seeing. So right off the bat, on the 5 minute, we know that we have resistance at 394. We got our gap up to 394. We dumped off of that. We retested 394 twice, rejected it hard, and now we are just sitting right on that trend line. So below that obvious level is 388. You could maybe claim that we are just doing a little bear flagging right here with this little new trend line I just dropped right there. And I am curious to see if we just bounce off this line, head straight up, if we are just doing a nice little consolidation zone right there. I don't know. It doesn't look super clean to me. Let me know what y'all think in the comments if we're just consolidating in a little wedge right here and we're going to break out to the upside. My intuition tells me that you don't really go short at support, but this market has kind of been rewarding people who shorted support because we have just kind of been slicing through support like a freaking hot knife through butter. Um, Now I need to see if we do bounce, can we actually take 394? And then above 394 is this very obvious level up here at 401 that we rejected super hard off of. So 394 to 401, anything in between here can kind of just be a choppy mess. I'm not seeing any huge levels. Actually, this is a pretty good level right here at about 395 to 396. So if we can't break above 394, I will wait and see if we can get to 396. But a break above 394 would be quite bullish. Below 390, I'm thinking anything below 390. If we open up gap down below 390 or gap down below 388, I mean, that might just be the easiest short ever because this is just a massive level that we are sitting on. The fact that it is already a huge past support that we bounced hard off of, and then throw the fact that we're right at this trend line. I mean, it's like, how do these market makers do this? I mean, you cannot just accidentally make this occurrence happen where we're right at this price level and then right on this trend line. It's just crazy. So that's what I want to see from SPY. We could just get a kind of move where I mean, hell, we could just bounce from here, just go straight up from there, or we retest, chop around, and then just go straight down. This would probably be the more likely of the two, in my opinion. Hard to say, but yeah, I'm not sure. Everything feels like a bull trap. I mean, how else do you explain this ridiculous move straight up that we had today that just inevitably dumped on us? I mean, that was just wicked. Uh, I don't know. It's weird. We could chop around a lot going into CPI, but that's what I'm seeing on SPY. Those are my significant levels. At least to the downside, I would imagine we could see. Let's go over. Zoom in. So to the downside, the next level below, I honestly could see us going straight through to 380. Like, I feel like it's going to be a quick drop. This is typically how it goes when you break these supports in this market. It doesn't break and then do a fake out and then a retest. I mean, it kind of did today, but it usually just slices straight through. So I could see us cutting through 388 and then going honestly straight down to 380, where we do have a gap to fill and where we also have a very clear past support as well, where we no, I had the right one, where we could just bounce off of that too and get denied the gap before eventually filling it later on. But gap fill, obvious. Want to see that happen. We also have another gap below that, just a little teeny tiny gap, but it is there. And then very clear support below that is 372 to 370. Just that zone has been a clear demand zone where buyers have been stepping up. So that's what I'm seeing on SPY. It's a grim picture. This is not a pretty looking setup. I mean, we had the most clear like head and shoulders up here that we just broke the neckline, haven't looked back. And now it is just like, where is support? Are we just going to make a new low? Are we going to cut straight through? I mean, this is heading into September, a typically red month. With an FOMC meeting coming up in the third week of this month, it could get a little hairy. We shall see. Anyways, looking at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ has already broken through this trend line support. It is trying to hold on to this level at 293 for dear life. It closed below that, but just like right at it. So we're just right there on support on the NASDAQ. This level anyways. We have already broken this trend line. So we're already back into a downtrend because we have already gotten our lower low on the NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ, as you know, leads the market up. It leads it back down. So with the NASDAQ looking this bearish, it's hard to be positive or bullish on SPY because it will take it down with it. And so anyways, if we do get a bounce on SPY tomorrow, I need to see the NASDAQ has to reclaim 296. Anything below that, I'm super bearish on. After 296, we have clear level at 303, or 303 to about 305, where we have rejected in the past. Otherwise, NASDAQ has just been looking very bearish, very lower highs, lower lows, as far as the eye can see. The fact that we close right at this level right here, 293, is actually crazy, though, because that is like right where we bounced. We dipped below it twice today, so we know buyers are there for now. We have a really... Let me... I even draw boxes in this stupid app. Sorry, I'm very new to using TradingView. Now I'm embarrassing myself. Here we go. So, we know buyers are hanging out. We know they're hanging out right here. You see them, and we close right there. We close right at it. So I'm thinking if we go back in here, we consolidate. If we break below 290, I mean, this is just really clear in my eyes what to do if we break certain levels. And then you can obviously just draw a trend line that we respected. We tested it twice. So for all we know, we could just bounce hard off of this. But I'm worried that any kind of big bounce from here is just going to be a big old friggin' kind of bear trap sort of deal, or a bull trap sort of kind of thing. It worries me because that's happened before where we have made new lows, we make a crazy move up, we even break a new high, and then it just finds a level, doesn't like that level, and we go straight back down. And that is scary because that's usually how it goes. It's usually things are looking, hey, they're looking pretty good. Maybe we're not going to go straight down. And then next day, straight down. And it doesn't retest anything. Like we've had that before where it just ignores all levels and just goes down, down, down. And you're like, oh, should I short it? Am I too late? And yeah, it's kind of be like that recently. So that's what I'm seeing on the NASDAQ. If we can retake 296 area, I like 303, and that's the kind of thing I think we can expect from the market at this point. Or not expect, but I would not be shocked if we saw SPY go for a retest at 401 before actually rejecting it and then making the next leg lower. I could see that very, very possible. We could get a nice big green day tomorrow and just close it right at 401 and leave everyone super confused because you got to think, what are market makers going to do right now? The market has dropped 10% in like 14 trading days. What do you think? How many people do you think are sitting in shorts right now that are assuming the market is going to go straight down? I'm willing to bet a lot of you. Leave it in the comments, anyone watching. But I'm willing to bet that there's just a lot of people like me who are sitting in shorts, and what would be the most pain for the most people involved if they just jacked it straight up, closed it up here in this area, and left everyone in their shorts being like, uh-oh, getting a little worried. Are we going to go straight down? Is CPI going to rip us back up? And then they eventually, once they get everyone to cover, they do jack it straight back down. And then everyone looks stupid because they sold their puts. But I could see that happening. Very, very possible. Who knows? Then we have Apple. And now Apple is just, it's in the gulag. It is going straight down very quickly. We filled the gap already. And now it is just, I mean, it's like, where's support, Apple? Hello? Do you have any support anywhere? It's not looking good because it just keeps going down. It has no support to be found. Even if you come down here and drop a nice little trend line, we're right at that trend line. So you can get that kind of thing going with the trend line there. See if that looks nice to you guys, which it looks like we already broke it. But yeah, Apple, I mean, I got a price target to the downside right here at 151. I could very, very easily see us bouncing off of that. And you could see why this is such an important level right here. I mean, this is just clear as day. Apple has just been like so easy, very nice and predictable recently. Apple has been so. I could see us getting yanked down. We've already broken through that support. We've already broken through the past big key level we had at 159 or 160 basically. So we could, if the market, like I said, if we jack it up, if we get all ripped up to the upside on Apple, we could see a retest of this trend line. Uh-oh. We could see a big fat retest of this trend line where we go up here and look at that confluence right there. You got that major key level. We could just tap that, bounce, tap that, reject, straight back down. We could go straight back way up here, even fill this gap up here, and then just reject off of that. It's hard to say on Apple, but right now it has just been going straight down. I mean, there is no hope in sight. It's just another 1% red day, another 1.5 red day on Apple. Just another day, you know. It's been brutal. The goddamn trend line. Anyways, got that trend line right there. I don't really see a clear trend line for here. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like to draw these trend lines on the bottom, but sometimes they don't always like even work that well. I mean, you could probably say this is a support trend line. So, hey, look at that level. See that level? So, hey, we could just yank down, tap that level, boom. Very, very possible. Come down here and zoom, straight off to the upside. Or just go straight down. Whichever happens is up to your interpretation, but that's kind of what I'm seeing on Apple. What else do we got? Amazon. Now Amazon is just, it's also kind of in the gulag. It has more of its friggin' gap to fill here, but really I'm not seeing a whole lot on it. I don't know. That might be all I got. Oh, let's look at Nvidia actually. I have Nvidia drawn up on my Thinkorswim. I'll just use that. So Nvidia is in this big old consolidation box. This big gray box I have, this is where Nvidia consolidated last year in 2020, I believe, for like 8 months. It consolidated in this price range from 119 to like 155 for 8 months. So I think it's highly, highly, highly possible that we just do that again for maybe another 8 months. Who knows? Got a trend line right there. But yeah, there are just no buyers on this thing. I mean, it's sad. It bounced from 132 up to about 141 today, which was that today? No, that was over the past few days. So it had a solid bounce, but just sold off again. So it is just doing the lower highs and the lower lows, and now we are actually we have a higher low, lower high, higher low kind of thing. So we're consolidating here. Could break out of this to the upside. Who knows? Yeah, it's just another super bearish. It looks just like another bear flag. It just that's all I'm seeing really. It's just bear flags on top of bear flags on top of bear flags right now in this market. And yeah, that's I mean that's all I got. I'm watching SPY. I like to trade SPY. I could check out Square for y'all. Square has been a little wonky, but now we have a clear resistance. We know price action is resisting this level at $66 to about 66.40. So anything above that has me worried to the upside, but Square has just been doing the same thing, just lower lows, lower highs, and consolidate, and then it wakes up the next day and does it all over again. So yep, that's what I'm seeing on Square. Really, nothing else. I mean, we got CPI coming up on the 13th, so we have a lot of trading in between then and now. So it is a question of what will the market makers do to make us all lose the most money. Who knows what they're gonna do? Honestly, they could just keep going straight down. But I don't know. The market will go down if it has reason to. It will go down if it doesn't have reason to. But when you know there is a reason to go up or down coming in the near future, that will kind of make you think, hey, maybe the market's not going to be super decisive until we do get more clarity. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. To be seen. Who knows? Any news could come out at any moment that could potentially make the market go straight down. So uh, just got to be careful. Anyways, folks, that's all I got today. Good luck out there. Hope you all have good luck trading. Let's keep these green days going, baby.